Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on fire. Time for a girl on fire. Time for a
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well today. Welcome in, welcome all, welcome. Lisa Smith is here. Beverly, you look good in purple. That looks good. I like that. Mike is here. Vicky P. Two women went to bed. One of them stole your lighter. Uh-oh. That's terrible. I hate it when you don't have a lighter. I always have a lighter. No, I don't. Actually, I don't usually because I don't smoke cigarettes, but I smoke a lot of weed. So, my roommate is alive. He was in a pretty serious crash. You know, the median, like those cement medians, those were like moved out of the way by the car that he was in. So pretty significant in that sense, but he's alive, doing well, I guess. Oh my God, Christopher Engelby. Hi. And thank you so much for that. He's alive but fucked up. Yeah. So I did get him like a few ice packs today. I mean, I'm already his personal chef. Excuse me. So he's very lucky in that sense. He ordered off the basic menu for breakfast. Don't know if anybody cares. It was 4 egg wraps with salsa, cheese, and hash browns. But that's the regular menu around here that's available for breakfast. So nothing out of the ordinary there. A few ice packs that I've had to give him and a bath I've drawn. But other than that, my nursing is minimal. I take care of people via food usually. That's one of my love languages. And he doesn't have access to my other love language, even though he would want it. Anyways, but I was home all day today recording courts all over the interwebs, recording a court here, recording a court there, recording a court every fucking where. So, also, these are the preformed hash brown patties that I put in the air fryer. They work out really well. They turn out really good. I eat that as well. But I don't put egg in my egg wrap. I used to. What's funny is I used to buy the egg wrap from like the Tim Hortons, and then I would pull out the egg. Casey Carey! Then I would pull out the egg from the egg wrap and just eat. It's called a farmer's wrap. So it would have bacon, cheese, hash brown patty, and egg. Oh, Christopher Engelby, that's so sweet. You're on my mind so much that I should charge you rent. Oh my God, with rent prices these days, Christopher. Thank you so much. You are great. Winter Witch is here. Hey. Anyways, so now I just make myself the wrap without the eggs in it, and I like it better. But anyways, we are going to watch some court. Like I said, I spent a lot of today working on that kind of thing. Many different courts. And this judge, so as I was watching it, I was like, oh, how am I going to frame this? Like, what am I going to, what's it going to be? What kind of case is this? Because you know. And now I'm just trying to figure out if where that case was. I think it's here. So let's just start here at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. Also, why is this being funny? Why is it being funny? Oh, this lady talks
And
into this thing.
it's not found an answer. The DNA test results are on file. Ms. Latifi, go ahead and proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here in a petition to establish the parent-child relationship. I will call the mother at this time. Ms. Sheena Perro, can you please state your full name?
Sheena Marie Pira,
Ma'am, can you please state the name and age of your child?
Harvey Thomas Hill Jr., 2 years old.
And ma'am, you got an opportunity to see the DNA tests,
Yes, ma'am.
and you understood that it showed that Mr. Hill could not be excluded as the father?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, how is your son currently covered for insurance?
Medicaid.
And is it accurate that you're asking to be named sole managing conservator today?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you explain why you and the father cannot be joint managing conservators?
He's incarcerated at this time, so that's why, the primary reason.
And you're asking for the child's name to remain the same?
That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you in agreement with the father to have a standard possession order when he was released?
Yes, ma'am.
And you do not want a geographic restriction, is that correct?
That's correct.
Has there been family violence between you and the father in the last 2 years?
Yes, ma'am.
And at this time, you are asking for a non-disclosure of your address?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking for non-disclosure of your phone?
Okay, two things. I didn't slow this down. Hi, Tony. This is one of the slowest AG lawyers I've ever heard, and we're about to see the juxtaposition with, in a few cases, a different lawyer comes on and literally whips through like that. But Mike, she is not on oxygen up here. Shanna is the court reporter, and she's using a voice to text court reporting system. So it covers her entire mouth because she talks into it. I always think it makes them look like Star Wars. But an oxygen thing is pretty bang on as well. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Well, we know I'm wearing my red dress, and I've put out my red light. They could, Mike, but that technology precedes online court. Yay, Christopher! Yay! Thank you, Christopher. And what a gift for Sherry. I love it when we know the names of the people that get the gifts. Thank you, Christopher. But yeah, Mike, that machine precedes online court by a long while. This is something that she would be reading into in a courtroom, and she's formatting it as she's reading it out loud. And so I understand, like, but in reality, she's transcribing it, and she's officially been trained. That's the whole shtick about it. Now, you and I both know that the auto captions for Zoom court are almost always wrong, at least part of the time. So I think it does make sense to continue to have real court reporters unless they're willing to just provide the video. See, you could go ahead and just say, yeah, the record is the video, and then it's different. But that's not how the system's set up just yet. Also, where is my cold Coca-Cola? It's right here. I will take over probably. John! You're pink. You're pink. You want to see me eat more chips. Why? Was my chip eating good? That was yesterday. Right now I'm gonna drink my Coca-Cola. Oh no, you scared it, John? Streamlabs has been amidst contract negotiations. I don't know what else to call it. Contract negotiations with me for a while now. It's not going well. Okay, let's go.
Phone number.
That's fine. That it doesn't have to be.
So you would be okay with your address, I'm sorry, with your phone number being in today's court order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, you understand that child support is being set at 0 at this time since the father is incarcerated?
That's correct.
And you also understand that medical support is being set at 0 for the same reason?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are requesting for retroactive child support,
Yes, ma'am.
and you understand that there were no employment amount, no salary reported for the father for the last 4 years, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And we don't have any idea what his wages were.
That's correct.
So
The government finds it hard to calculate the wage of people that are engaged in crime. Even though we know they make a lot of dimes. Hi, Rose. Also, hi, just another Katie. And John, yes, I have gone hard line with Streamlabs. You know. Part of me hopes that Shanna has been trained to be a court reporter by singing it, and the reason that she's covering her mouth up is because she sings just like I do. That's my hope. I know it's probably not true, but I'm gonna believe it.
the state used minimum wage to calculate retroactive child support for the last 2 years. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The state is asking for a retroactive child support judgment amount of $2,790, but with no payouts because he's incarcerated. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you understand that the state is asking for court costs to be waived today.
Yes, ma'am.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, default judgment granted as requested, which is
Oh, don't blink, by the way, or stop listening for a second, because this judge is lickety fast. He is going to rule on this case in about 7 seconds. Literally, I'm going to go back 10 seconds, listen to him rule. It's over in probably under 10 seconds.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
all right, default judgment granted as requested, which is paternity establishment, government medical, sole managing, excuse me, standard visitation, no child support or medical support, judgment for retroactive is granted as requested, no geographic restriction and non-disclosure of address is granted, and court costs waived by the courts. The Attorney General's office put that in writing for me to put in a court order and sign, and that'll be our final order. When he gets released, you might want to call the Attorney General's office so that we can modify this order to set some support. All right, you're done with court, Ms. Beto. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Literally under 30 seconds it took him to rule on that case. The slowest AG with the quickest judge, Aguilar. Now, we have coming up a case where the
Your Honor,
attorney
we
reads
can
the
proceed
rules,
with number 19.
but it ain't this case. I think this is the one we're talking about. Is this it? Also,
Jason Jones and Brianna Robinson, please
Yeah, this is
unmute
the
and turn on your cameras.
this is the
Or do both of
one.
you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Also, this judge doesn't ask people to raise their hands.
Your
when they
Honor, we're here
swear
on a
an oath.
petition to establish the parent-child relationship. We have a partial agreement on all matters except for the child support amount. I will read the agreed portions. First, I'd like the court to take judicial notice that the father was sent a copy of the state's petition via email, and he's here today.
So noted.
Parties are in agreement that there's been no acts of family violence between them, and there's no request for non-disclosure. Parents are in agreement for a parent-child relationship to be established between the father and Josiah Jones. Parties are in agreement to be named joint managing conservators, with the father having the state standard possession order, the mother to designate Dallas and contiguous counties as her primary areas of residence.
Isn't it contiguous?
Father's gross income is
not contiguous?
$1,700,
Oh.
and father has 8 other children under the age of 18.
Sorry, ma'am.
Child
You won't
is
have to
on
back
government-
that up. Did she fucking say 8? When I was recording this, I could not go back. Did she say 8? Or did she click bait us? What number sounds like 8? I'm pretty sure that she just said 8.
$1,700, and father has 8 other children under the age of 18. Child is on government medical, and the father is in agreement to pay $17 a month for cash medical beginning April 1st, 2025. There is no request for retroactive child support, and court costs is billed to the father. The only other matter is child support, and I will take testimony as to that. Miss
Hold on, ma'am. Okay, so let's break this down. He has 8 other children, so 9 children, ostensibly, that are under 18 years old. He has 9 children under the age of 18, and him and the baby mama seem pretty agreeable, to be honest with you, because as you'll see coming up, he has convinced her that they have a good situation going. Now, I would love to know, in this current financial climate, who in the fuck can afford 9 children on $1,700 a month? I'm sorry. Even it's that cheap? Come on now. No. Yeah, demonetized, probably. Oh my lord. Oh my fucking god.
Robinson, can you please state your full name
Brianna Laquise Robinson,
and the name and age of your child?
Josiah Jones, age 1.
Ma'am, did you hear the agreements that I just read?
Yes,
Are they still your agreements?
yes,
And do you believe they're in the best interest of your child?
yes,
And are you asking the court to accept those terms?
yes.
As to the non-agreed amount, the state is asking for child support to be set at $195 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
No, I don't truly want to pursue child support at this time.
Okay, so you're asking for the father not to pay you any support.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, he is smooth. Oh, fucking fuck. So they're still fucking, right? Right? That has to be it. I mean, it's $195. So either he's paying more. Yeah, and Judge, look at Judge's face. This judge ain't to be fucked with. He really doesn't care about your bamboozling of this lady. He loves the laws of the state of Texas, and he loves to uphold them, and he will. Mark my words, he will.
Pass the witness.
Okay, card is witness.
Mr. Jones, can you please state your full name?
Jason Anton Jones, Sr.
Sir, did you hear the agreed terms that I read earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
And are those still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe they're in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, let's talk about the non-agreed issue, which is the child support. The state is asking for child support to be set at $195 a month beginning April 1st, 2025, and it's based on your gross income. Are you in agreement with that?
No.
Can you explain why you don't want to pay child support?
So the mom is Brianna, the one cupping her head and her hands, number 19. And the way you can tell they're in the same case is because they're both numbered 19. Brianna and Jason. Jason and Brianna sitting in a tree. Kissing. First came love, then came marriage. Nope, no it didn't. Then came the baby and the baby carriage and child support, and they rejected apparently. And number 38 is a different case. This is an extremely busy child support court out of Dallas County, Texas, I believe. And I was actually thinking to myself today, it's honestly chaotic. They do it all the time like this. And I feel bad for them because it's difficult to get to get a handle on it to make it less chaotic. But it's constantly like, and they're doing the best they can. They're numbering everybody. They come to the judge. They're ready to go. But it's still disjointed compared to a lot of courts that we cover. Anyways. So, the judge, this can come out to be a 4 or 5 hour docket. I recorded maybe, 2 hours of it today through different parts. And then other courts as well. So just an idea that's sort of that. Okay, back to it. I'd like to believe that Shanna is also adding tea as it comes out. When she's like, you would not believe that she does not want child support. Like, I would love that.
Because we already have a mutual agreement that Josiah is getting taken care of on both sides. And for us to get here, I just had some hiccups where someone else messed up my car, and I'm still dealing with that as we speak, but it has gotten a whole lot better. So that was the primary purpose, the primary reason for me slacking off as far as taking care of Josiah.
So are you stating that you currently give Miss Robinson money for Josiah?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you give her a month for Josiah?
I just give her whatever she asks for, whatever he needs, whenever he needs it, and I just send it.
So you don't have a set monetary amount that is like a monthly standard that you two?
No, ma'am.
Listen, I sort of have that same system going on with my daughter, and it's expensive. Very expensive. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have one kid. How can you do that with 9 children? I'm being serious now. Like, how do you eat, if you care, do you care less about some? Are some better taken care of than others via the baby mamas? How many baby mamas? Is it one and then her? What's going on here? Erica, we're trying to figure it out. What's going on here is number 19 on screen and number 19, Jason Jones, whose camera will appear again. He has 9 children. We don't know how many baby mamas, at least 2. And Brianna is one of them. And she doesn't want child support. She says she doesn't want it, and he says he don't want to give it. But we're about to hear how the judge feels about that.
Okay. All right. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Right, the parties shall agree to are fine. This is child support court, sir. You do not have private insurance for this child. The state of Texas is paying for that. That's how we got here. You're going to pay child support through the child support office at $195 a month, and the medical support is $17 a month. That number can increase over the time, but you're never going to have a zero child support order. So all your payments have to be paid through the child support office. Any payments paid directly to the mother or to the child do not count. And if you don't pay through the child support office, they're going to bring you to court again. We don't want to waste our time or your time. So make your payments through the child support office so that we can credit you with any payments through the registry. You don't have a choice on that. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like she's been manipulated. But for $200 a month, I mean, maybe he is paying more than that eventually. Oh, thank you, Erica. And hi, Flusha. No, it's me in disguise. I'm actually pretty chameleon-like. I can look so different. Anyways, what's next, Judge? Oh, what is next? What's next? You can see why I was roped in, but you got to be here to hear it because, oh, wait. I think the new attorney's coming up, and he is quick as the judge, and I think the judge likes it. Let's see. Guys?
Mr. Williams, are you ready to present?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr.
Good morning.
Williams.
We're ready on number 39, Your Honor. State's ready.
All right, Ismael Morillo and Noeli Renteria, please unmute and turn on your cameras. Or do you both swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Williams.
Yes, Your Honor. We're here on a suit affecting the parent-child relationship. We have a full agreement. I'll now read those agreements into the record. Parties agree there has been no family violence between the two of them. Parties agree that neither party is requesting a non-disclosure of their address. Parties agree that a parent relationship needs to be established via an acknowledgement of paternity for dependent child Noel Arellano, born October 23rd, 2020. Parties agree that the father has no other children. The father provided his wages at $150 a day doing construction. That came out to a monthly gross of $3,250 and a net of $2,531.26. Parties agree that medical support should be set at $250 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Parties agree child support should be set at $506 per month beginning April 1st, 2025. Parties agree on a retro period of 38 months with an amount of $27,880. Parties agree to a credit of $5,200 that the father has provided so far, leaving the retro judgment at $22,680, payable at $164 per month until paid in full. Parties agree on a standard possession order. Parties agree on a joint managing conservatorship. Parties agree to a geographic restriction, and parties agree to court costs as billed. I'll now call the mother. Ms. Renteria, can you state your full name for the record?
Yes, Noli Renteria.
Thank you, Ms. Renteria. Could you give me the name and ages of the children we're here for today?
Yes, Noah Ismael Arellano. He is 4 years old.
And when the child was born, did the father sign an acknowledgement of paternity for the child?
Yes,
Did you hear the agreements I read out to the record previously, Ms. Renteria?
yes,
Are those still your agreements today?
yes,
Do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of your child?
yes,
Are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, I pass this witness. I now call the father. Mr. Murillo, could you state your full name for the record?
Ismael Murillo Arellano.
Thank you, Mr. Murillo. Did you hear the agreements I read out to the record previously?
Yes,
Are those still your agreements?
yes,
Do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of your child?
yes,
And are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
yes.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, I pass this witness as well.
All right, I will approve the agreement y'all have made today. The Attorney General's office will put that in writing in a court order for me to sign, then email you a copy. You are done with court for today. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
And that, ladies
Mr.
and
Williams,
gentlemen, is an
164 on the
example
arena.
of basically perfectly executed putting on the record of a case. The judge is thoroughly pleased, but he shows it just the way he does when he's displeased, which I find hilarious. Remember, they're not divorcing. This is just child support court brought by the Office of the Attorney General. This is the government of Texas getting in your business. There ain't no other way to put it. That's what this is. But we love to watch it. Like I said, I recorded like 2 hours of this today. You can imagine how many cases that is.
Years or 160.
164, Your Honor.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Also, I wanted to see Anna's case. She sat here so patiently the whole time in her hallway on the floor, waiting. But I think.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's ready with number 43.
Give me just a moment.
Sure.
Comes back later too, Rose. But yeah, he was in and oh.
Hello.
I haven't called anybody's name, so no one should be unmuted yet.
Shut the fuck up. In other words.
All right, Reginald Nervous and Alexis Johnson, please unmute and turn on your cameras.
Reginald Nervous. Now that seems awful to do to a child.
Reginald Nervous, need you to unmute and turn on your camera.
Hello.
All right, do both of you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's here on a petition to establish the parent-child relationship. The state would like the court to take judicial notice that
Did she
both
just
parties,
burp?
Mr.
Ma'am, hold on. Did she just do a nervous burp in the middle of Hold on. Hold on.
On a petition to establish the parent-child relationship. The state would like the court to take judicial notice that both parties, Mr. Nervous and Ms. Johnson, are here in the court today, and a copy of the state's petition was sent to them via email.
Okay, so noted.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's requesting a short recess to April 10th, 2025. Mr. Nervis has requested opportunity to get counsel on the petition as he was just served today, and he would like a reset.
Okay. All right. You want to reset to consult with counsel, Mr. Nervis?
Yeah, or because I didn't even know. I just got it like last week in the mail. I didn't even know it was in the mail, in the mailbox. So
I understand, but you want to reset?
yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Just that one thing we can take care of today is, and is that we can do DNA testing if you want to do that. We can start setting that up. Do you think you might have want to do DNA testing before we proceed?
I mean, no, I mean, I know it's mine. It's just some things we got to work out. I don't know.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I don't want to waste my time or your time. So,
Yeah,
if you want DNA testing, that'll be the last opportunity to do it. Once we do a court order, you're not gonna be able to do it again in the future. So even if you go do your own DNA test results or you have some other doubts in the future, you will not be able to do DNA tests. So right now, the state is doing it for free. If that's something you want to do, if there's even just any kind of doubt you may have, we can set that up today and then come back in April to go forward from there once we get the results. But if you want to admit paternity and say you're the dad, that's fine too. We don't need to do it. It's just up to you. But I just want to make sure you have the opportunity to understand that that's available. Do you understand that?
yeah, I understand.
Okay. And you think you'll probably just wind up, or do you want DNA testing, I should say?
No, I don't need it. I don't need it.
Okay. All right, then we'll reset for April 10th, 2025, 9 o'clock in the morning here on Zoom. You'll both need to reappear. Mr. Nervous, make sure you're parked all day long until we get done. So prepare to be busy all day here in court. And if you haven't hired an attorney, they need to be here on April 10th. Y'all are excused for today then. We'll see you on April 10th. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Mr. Nervous thinking he gonna figure it out. Also, I had my leftovers today. Remember I was talking about my green beans and mashed potatoes that I was making yesterday? I made them.
Your Honor, we can proceed with number 7.
Before you proceed with anybody, ma'am, you need to check in with me and say thank you to Tons of Fun Carving. I'm loving the stream tonight too. It is such a great stream tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I imagine you're saying hit the like if you are too. Please. Please. YouTube Daddy loves it. Oh, you wouldn't believe how much. Throw a med check in the chat. Katie's reminded us time to take the meds. Oh, I'm so glad. You guys are so sweet. I'm glad that you look forward
Gerald
to coming
Hicks
here.
and Tammy Smith, please unmute and turn on your camera so we can begin your hearing.
Tammy!
Do both of you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Sutton, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here on a petition to establish the parent-child relationship, and parties are in agreement for a DNA test with a reset date of May 7, 2025.
May 7?
May 7, Your Honor, 2025.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hicks, you want to do a DNA test before we proceed, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm granting your request. We're doing DNA test order that I'll sign off on today. We're reset for trial May 7, 2025 at 9 o'clock in the morning. You both need to be present on that day. The Attorney General's office will be sending you both information about where to go do your testing in the next day or two. So look out for that by email or letter. If you don't hear from them 2 weeks after today about where you're supposed to go do your DNA testing, then give them a call. But otherwise, just go do your testing and then come back to court in May and be ready to proceed on May. with any documents you may need. Have them in hand so that we can move forward. All right, y'all are done with court for today. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is that on the table? What is that Motorola doing down there? 2023 Motorola.
Ready with number 38, which is one of the Spanish cases.
Oh, and I got all pissed off about that, but it's Anna's case, her Spanish case. Let's listen to it now. And there's the guy she fucked away. Oh, God. Worse off somehow.
All right, Ms. Morales. This is Ireneo Moreno and Ana Oliva. If you could ask them to unmute and turn on their camera.
Señora Ireneo Moreno y Ana Oliva, por favor, enciendan su cámara y enciendan su micrófono. Señora Oliva, prenda su micrófono. Está del lado. Ok, gracias.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Ustedes juran que la declaración que ustedes están por dar será la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad? ¿Lo juran ustedes ante Dios?
Correcto.
Sí.
Correct and yes.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here on a petition to establish the parent-child relationship.
Sí, señoría, gracias. Estamos aquí para presentar la paternidad de la relación entre padre e hijo.
And the parties are in agreement to do DNA testing.
Las partes están de acuerdo en realizar un análisis de ADN.
Sí.
Correcto.
Yes, correct.
And to return on May 7th, 2025.
Y regresar aquí el 7 de mayo del 2025.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Moreno, you want DNA testing before we proceed?
Muy
Yes.
bien, antes de proceder, ¿está de acuerdo, señor Moreno, en hacerse el análisis de ADN?
Correcto.
Correct.
All right, I'm granting your DNA test request, and we're resetting your case to May 7th.
Muy bien, voy a otorgar el que se haga el análisis de ADN y vamos a reprogramar su caso para el 7 de mayo.
The Attorney General's office is going to be sending you information about where to go do your testing by email or letter in the next couple of days.
En un par de días, por correo electrónico, el procurador de la ciudad le va a mandar información de dónde usted puede realizarse el análisis de ADN.
They
Okay.
probably won't be at the same time.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Please
hear
don't.
you.
Yes, ma'am. Please don't respond. I'm not asking you a question. I need you to listen.
Señor, por favor no responda. Le estoy haciendo una pregunta. Solo requiero que usted me escuche.
All right, so there, you may not be going at the same time or place,
Quizás no vaya a la misma vez y a la misma hora,
but you need to go when they schedule you.
pero tiene que ir en la fecha que le programen.
If you don't hear anything at all from the Attorney General's office about where to go, then give the Attorney General's office a call about testing. If 2 weeks after today you don't hear anything,
Si a partir de hoy, dentro de 2 semanas, usted no recibe ninguna notificación por parte del procurador, entonces usted deberá de llamarle.
and then we're reset for court on May 7th. Y'all both need to return on Zoom on that day.
Muy bien, entonces postergamos esta audiencia para el 7 de mayo a través del Zoom y ambos tienen que comparecer.
All right, you're done with court today. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
¿Han terminado usted con la audiencia ante el juez? Ustedes pueden retirarse. Por favor, salgan de la liga de Zoom.
All right.
All right, let's watch one more hearing. one more for tonight. Oh, where was that? Oh, I do have one of a judge getting mad at a CPS worker yesterday for saying the kid's name, but I'll have to find it proper. Maybe bleep the name, so I don't know about that yet. But anyways, okay, let's watch the last little version of this. Well, I got much more of it, but let's watch this one. Before we say goodnight for the evening, is calling on tonight. I've tried to redirect to Creed's gambling, but he hasn't turned it on at night or for me. Ooh, my singing just takes people away. I'm not leaving
Martin
just yet.
Maldonado and Jennifer Rodriguez, please unmute and turn on your camera. Or do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, the court notes that Mr. Maldonado was served October 24th, 2024. DNA test results are also on file with the court. Ms. Satvi, go ahead and proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here on a petition to establish the parent-child relationship. This is a default as the other party is currently incarcerated in TDCJ with a projected release date of November 2037. I called Jennifer Rodriguez. Can you please state your full name, ma'am?
Jennifer Rodriguez.
Name and age of your child?
Xylee Mia Maldonado, and she's about to be 2 years.
And how is your child covered for insurance?
She has Medicaid.
And ma'am, you got an opportunity to see the DNA results, correct?
Yes.
And you know that Mr. Maldonado was not excluded as the father?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting a name change?
No.
Okay. And ma'am, are you requesting to be named the sole managing conservator?
Yes.
And that is because the father is incarcerated, correct?
Yes.
And you are not requesting any orders for visitation at this time. Is that correct?
No. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, the state's requesting that child support and medical support be set at 0 due to the current incarceration. Are you in agreement with that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you are not requesting any retroactive child support. Is that correct?
Correct.
Has there been family violence between you and the other party in the last 2 years?
No.
Do you have any safety concerns with him knowing your address or phone number?
No.
So you do not want a non-disclosure at this time?
Correct.
And states asking for court costs to be waived due to the incarceration. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Our default judgment granted as requested. The Attorney General's office will draft that order and email you a copy. You're done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.
State's ready with number 40, Your Honor.
All right, Thomas Murphy and Essence Watson, please unmute and turn on your camera. Or do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, the court notes that Thomas Murphy was served November 14th, 2024. and is not present. Ms. Satvi, go ahead and proceed.
Thank you,
Yes.
Your Honor. We're here on a petition to establish the parent-child relationship. I'm going to call the mother. Can you please state your full name?
I made my
Essence
tongue
Lawrence.
ready.
Name and age of your child?
Araya Lawrence. You said age?
Yes, ma'am.
1 years old.
How is your child covered for insurance?
Medicaid.
And ma'am, are you requesting a DNA test today?
No.
Is there anyone that could be the father of your daughter?
No one else.
Are you asking for a name change today?
No.
Ma'am, are you asking to be named sole managing conservator?
Yes.
Why do you feel that you and the father cannot make decisions together for the best interest of your child?
It won't work. It won't work out. It just don't work out.
Okay.
He don't know how
Are
to
you
listen, and it always turns into an argument, and I don't have time for that.
okay? And is it true that the father is currently out on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you and is it due to sexual assault charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you requesting that the father be granted visitation at this time?
No, ma'am. But if I have to, it'll be supervised.
Okay, but at this time, you're requesting that no orders for visitation be granted.
Correct.
Do you know if the father has any other children?
I only seen a son before that's an adult.
But no other minors.
No, not that I know of.
And there were no employment information listed for the father, so the state used minimum wage to calculate child support. The state is asking for support to be set at $209 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And the state's also asking for cash medical to be set at $113 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you're requesting retroactive child support from the periods of August 2023 through March 2025. Have you and the father ever lived together?
No, ma'am.
Has he ever given you money
No, ma'am.
to The state's asking for a child support judgment in the amount of $4,180 with the payout of $70 a month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And court cost bill to the father today. Are you in agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I passed the witness. I'm sorry. Ma'am, are you in agreement to designate the Dallas and surrounding counties as your primary areas of residence?
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, we're doing a default judgment, establishing paternity, sole managing conservatorship. Since Mr. Murphy's a sex offender, then we're not ordering any visitation orders at this time. Child support's 209, medical support 113, retroactive judgment of 4,180 payable at $70 a month. Court costs is billed to him and government medical. The Attorney General's office will put that in an order for me to sign and then email you a copy. If we can find an employer, they'll try to collect from that employer. All right, you're done with court, Ms. Lawrence. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Judge even made that quick work of that situation. What will be our last case for the evening? I'm setting this up to redirect over to Colin. I'm sure he has something good for you guys tonight.
Your Honor, number 46 is our second Spanish case. So
Oh.
If we can take a break while we wait for the interpreter to return.
Okay.
We
all
don't
right.
have anything else ready right now.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, well then. Oh, did I skip ahead? I think actually, so that's the end of that for us too. Look at that. The end of the end of the end. You guys, I know that it wasn't as long as I thought, but we have more court to watch tomorrow. I have to compile some of it tonight. I have a lot of work to do actually today after dealing with a big baby all day. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, we have a birthday party on Friday to go to. It is Mikey's birthday. There's a big celebration happening, so make sure that you mark that on your calendar. Tomorrow will be probably earlier. Let's say 3:30 my time, so 6:30 East, because it's a Thursday. And I am so glad that you guys came. Please do me a favor. Remember that I love you and I'm proud of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Also, I set this up to go to college.
Always done, ready to ride.